Everyone, welcome into Lancer Live. My name is Sammy O'Brien, alongside my partner here, Sanjeet Borley. And tonight, the St. Francis Lancers will be taking on the Valley Christian Wildcats. Lancers are coming in at a 4-0 record. Just been on an absolute tear this year. Coming off probably the biggest win in the school's history just a few weeks ago over WCAL, as well as a pair of easy wins over several schools, being Oak Grove, St. Ignatius, and Sacred Heart Cathedral. And the Lancers, this year they've been carried by this amazing run offense, backed mostly by Juju Teo and Camilo Arquette. And Juju Teo has probably just been amazing this year, just having over 100 yards basically every game and just dominating every team he's played. And a little preview on the Valley Christian Wildcats. They're coming off a 28-12 win over St. Ignatius. St. Francis did beat St. Ignatius 33-0 just a couple weeks ago, so St. Francis should definitely have the edge in this matchup, as they're ranked number 53 in the nation and number 13 in the state, which is very impressive. And another thing to look out tonight is quarterback situation for the St. Francis Lancers. Matt Doherty, who just played amazing in that De La Salle game, got hurt. He's still out again tonight. So it will be Josh Perry under center for the Lancers. And looking over the Valley Christian side, they got Jackson Berman, their star quarterback, very mobile, which poses a big threat to this great St. Francis defense. Then there's also Jurion Dickey, who torched the Lancers last year and scored the game-winning touchdown in overtime on a heartbreaking loss. The Lancers, they're definitely ready for revenge this year, Sanjeet.
Yeah, I agree. St. Francis really looking for a win here, and they want to keep up their record, going 4-0, making that 5-0.
Yeah, for sure. And one thing that's been just outstanding this year, this Lancers defense, coming off 2 straight shutouts, led by Camilo Arquette, who's also one of the Lancers' stellar running backs, as well as defensive back Nico Andrighetto, who's just been phenomenal all year long. Also led, you've got Tyler Evers and MJ Artmore, the 2 amazing cornerbacks, and you got a couple guys on the D-line, being Cyrus Durham, Isaiah Bavau, John Frazier, and a ton of other guys that just keep their opponent's offense on their toes and just always pressuring the defense nearly every play.
Yeah, I think that's one of the key components to the whole team in general. So we'll look forward to seeing that today.
Yeah, for sure. As they say, defense wins championships. And Lancers have definitely been playing with that intensity this year.
Yeah, definitely.
Tonight's sportsmanship statement will be read by St. Francis senior Garrett Higgins and Valley Christian senior Shiloh Schermerhorn.
Yeah, I had a talk with the coach beforehand for Valley Christian. He said
is definitely how the Lancers will be able to stop Jackson Berman and Jurion Dickey. Like we said earlier, MJ Artmore and Tyler Evers have done a phenomenal job all year holding down the defense, as they've done it very well all year, especially they held down that amazing De La Salle offense to pull off that great upset just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, St. Francis is going to have to look for more power on the defense. It's not going to be as easy as it was against SI a few weeks back. So we'll see how that defense holds up.
We request that all cheering be done in a positive and respectful manner. As well, we do not consider berating or disrespecting our opponents or the game officials as being...
And Sanjeev, one thing we talked about before the game, a couple of keys to the game, and one is that the Lancers need to definitely have minimal penalties, as that's hurt them in the past, the last few games.
Yeah, no, that needs to be avoided at all costs, or that's gonna cost them. That's gonna cost them hard.
Yeah, especially I agree. Jurion Dickey in that red zone, he's dangerous. The Lancers learned a very hard lesson about that last year.
Yeah, we don't want to upset this time.
Place ourselves in God's presence, the God who is always and everywhere present to us. Almighty God, you and you alone are the source of our gifts and talents. As participants in this contest between Valley Christian High School and St. Francis High School, please help all to respect one another and show that we are indeed all members of the body of Christ. Protect all, Lord, with your grace in our attitudes, competition, and actions. Protect these young men from all harm and injury, and give them strength to play to their very best. We ask all of this in the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and brother. Amen.
Sure.
Also, Sanjeet, another thing the Lancers need to do to definitely win tonight is just pound the run game. Like, Josh Perry, he's got a good arm, but it's no arm of Matt Doherty. So I think definitely in the last few games with Matt Doherty out, Juju Teo has stepped up more than he definitely needed to.
Yeah.
Having 180 yards last game and over 200 yards against St. Ignatius.
Yeah, that's huge. As you said earlier, that Josh Perry's arm isn't as, can't immediately replace what Matthew Doherty has done, but definitely it can be. Josh Perry can do little tricks, and Juteo can help the team's offense.
Yeah, Josh Perry can definitely run a bit as well. Like, Matt Doherty, this so far what we've seen, he's definitely been more of a pocket passer, but it definitely wasn't needed from what we saw from him earlier this year. They didn't need to run. I mean, Josh Perry has had to run a little bit, but not a ton, as this Lancers offensive line has been phenomenal this year. I mean, obviously you have to credit them on Juju Teo's amazing season, because without an offensive line, your offense is almost nothing.
Yeah, they've been dominating.
So Valley Christian just won the toss and they chose to defer, so we are going to get to see Juju Teo, Josh Perry, and this Lancers offense first here in just in a moment.
Yeah, we'll see how all those predictions we talked about earlier, we'll see how that all folds into the game in a few minutes here.
Hold up, quickly.
Both teams are actually at the head of their standings within this league standings. Both St. Francis and Valley Christian with a 2-0 win. St. Francis also plays the Central Coast Section West. St. Francis greets this visiting team with a stronger 4-0 record. Tonight they're looking to continue to play after defeating Sacred Heart 47-13 just last week. This is a conference game for both teams.
Actually, yeah, these two dudes on the radio. It's actually the greatest thing I've ever seen.
The players are rolling out onto the field.
Yeah, of course, as always, you got Camilo Arquette and Juju Teo back deep to receive. And they're dangerous even on the kick return, as we've seen them have some great chunk plays earlier in the year. A little bit of a shorter kick, and Camilo Arquette is going to pick it up and take a return. And he's going to take it up the middle to about 34-yard line. And it looks like this for this first play, Camilo Arquette and Juju Teo are both going to be on the field, which they haven't done much this year, as Camilo Arquette has been used mostly as a stellar middle linebacker. But we'll see what the Lancers and Coach Calcagno have up their sleeve tonight. Got Perry under center with Teo in the backfield. Atkinson and Arquette line up the receiver. And Perry goes off to Teo, and he is stood up by a heap of Wildcat defenders. I don't really know what happened there with the offensive line.
That was impressive defense. It was 14 yards there.
Sherhorn and Yee in on the tackle. No gain. Second and 10 at the 33-yard line.
We can't talk about the season for St. Francis until we talk about the
Second and 10, Perry under center with Dylan Golden in motion. Perry goes right back to Teo, and he's going to get stood up again. Wow, early Valley Christian has brought the pressure.
Juju Teo again, the ball carrier. Looks like he basically won't be in that. That's going to leave up 30 See, anticipated that run. Valley Christian. See what the coach wants to do.
And 3rd and 10 here for the Lancers. You haven't seen much of this on their first drives at all this year, as Juju Teo has gotten them out to almost an amazing start every game. Perry looks back to pass, throws one underneath, and that ball is caught. It is going to be taken close to the first down marker. Number 28, Ryan Lee, with a great play there. And it does look like he is going to be awarded a first down.
We've been talking about this tonight. St. Francis is really just a bit surprising that they
And this is one of the first times we've seen the Lancers use Ryan Lee on offense. He's a great weapon, mostly used on the defensive end. But he just made a great play. And the Lancers do seem to take an early timeout. I think it's not a bad idea by Coach Calcagno to take an early timeout, as their run game just got absolutely stunned those first two plays. And I'm sitting here scratching my head. I'm sure Coach Calcagno and the rest of his coaching staff is too. They should have good luck to like cross the teams and stuff. They maybe have some names on the one to get up. Perry lined up on the left half under center with Tay in the backfield. And he goes to Teo, and Teo makes a man miss, and he's going to go to the outside. And Teo's got room to run. Juju Teo's going to get run out of bounds all the way to the 19-yard line. What a play. Juju Teo making something out of absolutely almost nothing there. It's been the story of Juju Teo this year. He's always great at getting huge chunk plays.
Dang, that was a good 30-ish yards on the field.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's not a surprise at this point of the season, as we've been seeing Juju Teo do it all year. And he's going to bring the Lancers with their first red zone drive here with just over 10 minutes left in the first quarter.
That's obviously enough to get well into
Perry on the right hash. Gives it to power back. Camille Arquette. Camille Arquette. It's going to fall forward closer to the 10-yard line. Camille Arquette thrives in this situation with the power back situation. We saw it against SI, and he also had a pair of touchdowns last week against Sacred Heart Prep. But I think Camille Arquette just a great weapon for this Lancers offense, as he is their stellar linebacker. Golden in motion. Perry gives it back to Teo. And Teo's going to trip and fall forward for about a 1-yard gain. This is going to bring up just about 3rd and 3 for the Lancers. As Camille Arquette is going to check back into the game. I'm assuming they go back to the power back situation with Camille Arquette and just let him power forward and give the Lancers a first down. Arquette powers forward, pushes a couple guys in the flag thrown. Ran down, yeah. Flag on the field. We'll see what this is. Let's hope it doesn't get called back, but you never know. A face mask is going to get called against Valley Christian, so it is going to put the Lancers half distance to the goal, so they should be around the 4 or 5 yard line. First and goal at the 3 for the Lancers. You expect Coach Calcagno is going to go back to the run with Juju Teo, but you never know. Perry does go back to Teo, and it does like he is going to power forward close to the goal line, and we'll see what the call is. But it looks like they are going to call him up short.
Second and goal at the 1.
Valley Christian is confident that they can hold off on the smaller plays. She's holding off on the big plays. They can prevent the big plays.
Perry goes back to Teo.
You hand off to Teo.
The play seems to get waved dead.
Third and goal. Oh, there's a flag down. That's going to be
Offside against the Warriors.
An offside call is going to get called against Valley Christian. So it'll be half the distance of the goal again, but so the Lancers are going to be just inches away from the goal line. So not much is needed here to put 6 points on the board. Play back to Teo. And Teo may have gotten stood up.
Looks like he did not get into the zone.
This would be a heck of a stop.
He's going to get held up short. It looks like he's going to get pushed back a couple feet. This is impressive so far. Not a single team has really been able to stop the Lancers' run game in the red zone all year. And the Warriors' defensive line has done a great job of that so far. And on 3rd and goal, Camille Arquette is in the backfield. So I can almost guarantee you they're going to go back to the run. And they do. And Camille Arquette is going to power forward for a Lancers touchdown.
That looked much more clean than the past few runs.
And we hear the cannon.
Yeah, I think the Valley Christian defensive line just got scared there. They saw Camille Arquette and knew there was almost virtually nothing they could do.
Yeah, he saw the gap, just attacked.
Points on the board.
Matt Carrick in to attempt the extra point.
And that
It
gets
looks like it got blocked.
Blocked?
And fell short. So the Lancers are just going to have a 6-0 lead with 6 minutes and 39 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
last time we seen two players was by boys of one especially and during that competition we had a that was actually a pretty exciting game. What you expect to see tonight? Now it is 11 and 2 against St. Francis since 2004. So again, these are two teams that play a lot, and Valley Christian has the edge. And despite St. Francis win that they had against the tougher schools, this is really anybody's game tonight. Interesting. Cal Prep's computer picks St. Francis to prevail overnight. I very quickly have real confidence in those computer forecasts, especially for game days. Last I checked, it was late until 12 o'clock.
Let's see if it doesn't work.
Matthew Carrick on to keep the Lancers.
Matthew Carroll, I think it's a touchdown.
Matt Carrick is race. Send it deep here for the Lancers. Deep to receive. You got Jerry on Dickey back there. And you hope this Lancers special team unit can prevent a big play. But this ball is going to be long enough to cross the goal line for a touchback.
Kick sails into the end zone. Warriors will take over first and 10 at their own 20.
You know, if we look at the rankings of these two teams, the San Jose Mercury News, which is probably one of the more respected media outlets for high school football ranking, ranks Valley Christian number 12 in St. and St. Francis is number 2. Again, two very strong teams. All right.
Berman under center. Hands it off. And he's got room to run. Great play there by number 22, Joshua Minamai.
Minami.
Josh is not only able to get a first down, he's able to almost to midfield.
That was an interesting formation there, run by Jackson Berman and his offense, but it obviously just worked very well. So it was a great play for a good chunk of yards.
Josh Minami has 213 rushing yards so far this season, 10 receiving yards.
Dermot under center with Jerry and Dickey at the top of your screen. Another quick handoff, but he's going to be brought down quickly by number 77, Josiah Loia.
Over Risky, the ball carrier. Gain of 2. Second and 8 at the 46-yard line.
On the Valley Christian side, we're going to see a lot of Jerry and Dickey. Jerry's a junior, and he leads the Central section with 574 receiving yards and 10 TDs.
Berman drops back to pass. It's going to be pressure quickly. He's going to put the ball down and run around the circle. He's going to somehow find room, and he's going to be run out of bounds for close to the first down line. Lancers defensive line got in there very quickly. Jackson Berman made an amazing play to escape and almost get a first down.
Jackson has 806 passing yards and 513 rushing yards.
Looks like they'll only have 1 yard to get a first down.
Yeah,
Third and one.
for the Wildcats.
Quite enough
Let's see what they drop here. I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to the run. That's been effective so far. Berman hands off again. And Nathan Saipaya might have gotten stood up, and the Lancers could have just forced a 4th down.
Yeah, that's the first down. That's what we're seeing. 4th and 1.
But they are going to rule a 1st down. It didn't look like that from our seat, but... Berman hands it off to Gustari. And he's going to take it for a good gain. And another Wildcats 1st down. And Valley Christian has been moving this ball very well so far in their first drive. They haven't thrown to Jerion Dickey yet, but I'm sure we'll see that very soon, especially in the red zone, as Jerion Dickey is so dangerous and such a reliable target. Berman with a man in motion, looks back to pass, dumps one off underneath to Gustari, and he's going to power forward for another Wildcats 1st down and take them into the red zone.
Just like we're talking about, I'm seeing the Warriors a little more open to playing it in the air, and obviously was able to get something.
And again, on the tackle result of the plays 1st and 10. Full spotted at the 19-yard line.
Auger Gosti making big moves these past few plays, awarding the Warriors quite a number of 1st downs.
Berman under center with Dickey at the bottom of your screen.
And
He's going to hand it off again to Gustari. But he's going to be brought down for little to no gain.
And I don't think you got much of it. We're going to have to see whether it's yeah, he probably got a couple of yards. It's not very 2nd and 8 or so.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 at the 17.
Good crowd for Friday night. St. Francis is difficult as well as Valley Christian.
Berman looks to pass. Thumb fakes, bring it down. It's pressured by Loya. He's going to get it complete to Jerion Dickey for a couple yards. It should bring up 3rd down and somewhat short.
Jackson not afraid to throw the ball, and not afraid to throw the ball if he feels like he's in trouble and he's got somebody open. So a little bit of gain on that. That's going to be 6. 2:59 left in that first quarter.
It's 3 and 5 at the 14-yard line.
With just under a little under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Looks like we are going to have a timeout taken by Valley Christian. Seems they want to talk it over.
Congratulations to the girls water polo team and Coach Brendan Reese on their 12-3 win over Menlo School earlier.
If the Lancers can get a stop here on 3rd and 5 and force a field goal, I think that puts them in pretty good position.
Good luck to seniors Marina Cody, Grace Dow.
Yeah, we see the Warriors have been using Auger Gosti quite a number of times. We've yet to see Jurion Dickey make big plays.
Yeah, Dickey has had one reception. I just saw that. It was only for a couple of yards, kind of a panic throw, as Loya kind of got to Berman there. But yeah, I agree, Sanjeet. Varsity has made some great plays for the Warriors so far in this first quarter.
Yeah, he's really been attacking that gap that he sees, so that's been really working out for the Warriors.
Joshua Minami. You know, it comes down to like one. We'll talk about it. One coming. What else do we have? Okay, we're back. It's going to be 3rd and 6. Warrior ball.
Berman looking to pass.
Berman looks like
He's going to scramble. He's pressured. He's going to make a man miss.
And
And it does look like he's going to get close to the first down marker. Let's see where it gets spotted.
Berman on the keeper.
and with that, we're going
Recovers his own
to
fumble.
the sticks up.
Jackson plays a first down.
Berman is going to get a first down. Great play by Jackson Berman there. Looking a little bit like Kyler Murray. Just kind of going everywhere and anywhere to make the play.
His first and goal
But
is
it
7 yards.
has seemed to work out for him so far.
They've had a few large plays and really put them in scoring position.
The Lancers DB so far have been very guarding Jurion Dickey very close. He's only gotten one target for one catch. And forcing Berman to run the ball a little bit shows you how good this Lancers D line is at getting pressure on the passing game. Berman hands off.
Handoff to
To Agargasti again. Looks like he will be stopped though.
Yeah, it does look like he's going to get about a yard or two.
Bob will reach the 12 yards.
not too much. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
Zoo in on the tackle. Gain of 1.
Jeffrey
Second and goal at 6.
Zoo's 11th tackle of the season, a solo tackle of the season. He also has 5 assists.
Berman in the shotgun for the first time tonight.
See if they can hold him.
This play
And we've got a
is going to
It'll
get
be a flag thrown.
waved dead.
A flag before the play.
We're going to get sideline approach with a full start, but we'll have to see what the officials tell us. Yes, a false start.
So false
And that's
start.
going to be 5 yards.
A full start is going to get called on the Warriors.
That will
Which
be
is
a
going to bring
5
them back.
yards.
Yeah. It's going to bring them back a few yards to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal with about 1 minute and 15 seconds left in the first quarter.
And goal from the 11.
Berman looking to pass. Throws one quick over the middle. He's got a man for a touchdown.
Warriors come right on Josh's back. Ryan Hamilton.
That'll be Kai Hamilton with the touchdown.
Yeah, no one really seemed to get on him there. I know there was some miscommunication, but he was wide open.
And now for the PAT.
Will Carter, the lefty, to attempt the PAT.
And he will be able to get
It
that
is
extra
up
point.
and good, but there is a flag thrown on the play, so we'll see what this call is.
They will probably watch this one be kicked in. See what this lady says. Field goal is good. Personal foul.
Valley Christian will be awarded the extra point, putting them ahead of the Lancers by 1.
Yeah, it does seem that penalty was a personal foul on St. Francis. So now that block PAT is going to cost them, as they will be down 1 with just under a minute to go in the first quarter. And this penalty is going to get awarded on the kickoff. So the Valley Christian will kick it off from the 45-yard line. So a lot smaller field, so you are expecting a touchback on this. And this ball is going to sail into the end zone for a touchback.
So was that penalty against the Lancers? Yeah. Okay. All right, I missed that.
All right, so the Lancers offense is going to take the field 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
Correction,
With 55 seconds left to go in the quarter. Got Teo by himself in the backfield. Lee's going to get the ball. He's going to run forward and be brought down by a few Valley Christian players for about a 5 or 6 yard gain.
Yeah, that will be a 2nd and 4 for them now.
Gain of 6. 2nd and 4 at the 26.
Perry under center on the right hash. There's a quick screen pass to Camilo Arquette. And Camilo Arquette is going to take this for a 1st down and some more. Great play call by Coach Calcano on the quick screen pass to get the Lancers a 1st down and move the chains.
It's 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And the clock is going to run out here to end the first quarter with Valley Christian 7, St. Francis Lancers 6.
At the end of the first quarter, St. Francis 6, Valley Christian 7. Congratulations to the
And here's Sanjit at the end of the first quarter. Not the start the Lancers were looking for. But they're still definitely in this game.
Yeah, definitely. I think, well, when the Warriors were attacking, the Lancers had the opportunity to, take them down, but they just weren't able to execute.
Yeah, on that Valley Christian touchdown, there did seem to be some miscommunication as that Warriors receiver on the slant was wide open for the touchdown. So let's hope that doesn't cost them too much here in the second quarter.
And the second quarter will come to a start.
And we're back, beginning the second quarter, 1st and 10.
And this
Looks like we have a
just to
flag
start the
thrown.
second quarter, this play is going to get waved dead. We'll see what this call is. It's going to be offsides on Valley Christian, so the Lancers are going to start the second quarter with a 1st and 5.
5-yard penalty. 1st and 5 at the 43-yard line.
We're seeing a lot of penalties there. You got to think of these players that end up playing a lot of gassers coming under. A lot of First and 5.
Perry hands off to Teo. And Teo's going to get to the right side. And Teo's got room to run. He's got a few guys to beat, and he's going to get run out of bounds. Close to the Valley Christian 25-yard line. Juju Teo again with another amazing chunk play to bring the Lancers close to the red zone and keep the chains moving.
Wow, he just broke through the Warriors defense.
Yeah, when Juju Teo breaks free, Sanjeet, the Warriors defense definitely doesn't really know what to do, and just hope they got someone fast enough to chase him down.
Yeah, they were just at the end there. They were just scrambling to get him down.
Perry hands off to Teo. Teo's gonna get stood up and brought down for about no gain.
Second and 11.
Perry looks to pass. Those are deep. He's got a man open. And he's looking for Andrew Atkinson, but that ball was just overthrown. Andrew Atkinson completely got by his man there.
Yeah,
Josh
looks like
Perry's just going to overthrow him a little bit.
Oh, looks like we have an injury on the Warriors side.
Tyler Finley was the injured player on the field for the Warriors, but he is going to be able to walk off on his own power, which is a good sign.
Tyler Finley, the injured Valley Christian player, is fortunately walking off his field on his own. Bring up that replay of that goal from a couple plays ago. Really doesn't have a lot of room, but he finds a hole and actually is able to run up the right-hand side. Down the gap.
He does
Okay.
All right, so we're back. 3rd and 11. Perry under center on the right hash. He's going to hand it off to Teo. And Teo's going to get brought down fairly early for just a couple yard gain. And the Lancers should be in field goal range with the great leg of Matt Carrick. But we'll see what Coach Calcagno decides to do here. And it does look like the Lancers are going to go for it. About 4th and 7 on the Valley Christian 25-yard line. You got Atkinson and Natane as your two receivers. Teo in the backfield. Perry is going to look to pass. He's got a man. He's got Tim Natane open in the middle. Natane's going to make a man miss, and he's going to get spun down around the 5-yard line.
That's a first
Great
goal.
play by Tim Natane to make something out of nothing.
He was able to get all the way down, not only a first down, to do the 4th down conversion.
First and goal at the 7.
Bring up first and goal on the 7-yard line.
That was a great throw by Perry as well.
Yeah, Perry delivered a strike to Natane there for about an 18 or so yard gain and bring the Lancers into the red zone. and give them first and goal on the Warriors 7-yard line. Perry under center on the right hash. You assume they'll go back to the run game again. But after that great play from Natani, you'll see what they do. And Taylor's going to get the ball again, but he's going to get brought down very quickly as he had absolutely nowhere to go.
They are now at the 5-yard line. Second and goal.
We're really seeing a big difference in the fall football season that we saw from the spring. In the spring, we really got limited attendance in the cheer squad. We've said this all season. This fall, the cheer squad.
All right, so Camille Arquette has checked into the game. So you assume here Coach Golcondo will go to Camille Arquette as he is almost automatic in the red zone, as we saw on the Lancers' first drive. Okay, he's going to get the ball. He's going to power forward close to the end zone, and he is going to take it in for a Lancers touchdown. Camilo Arquette with his second red zone touchdown of the game. And like I said just a moment ago, Sanjit, he is almost automatic inside the 10-yard line, as we've seen all year.
There's no doubt about that. He's a powerhouse. Total powerhouse. See if they can get the extra point this time.
Matt Carrick's extra point is
and that'll be
and good.
That'll be 13 Lancers, Warriors 7.
13-7.
That was fairly quicker than the first quarter. They got the touchdown in 3 minutes.
Yeah, Lancers got a very quick touchdown there. That first quarter, they had a very long drive, as they did have a couple of great third down conversions. But that drive was definitely powered by GGTO's great chunk play. And then finished off by Tim Natane and Camilo Arquette in the red zone.
Ready for the kick in the backfield. The Warriors have 13 Jerry and Dickey. And 22 Josh Adami.
Dickey and Manami deep to receive for the Wildcats as Matt Carrick gets ready to send this one deep.
Matthew Carrick, kicker for St. Francis.
Low line drive pick, kind of fumbled by Manami, but he picks it up. He's going to run to the right side, makes a defender miss, and he's going to get brought down
24.
by Ryan Lee.
So your safety is he's going to play down the run. You just got to be aware, right? I actually don't mind how you're playing for your safety. So seeing that run, you just got to be aware of
Truly Ano and Lee in on the tackle.
playing both. It is, despite St. Francis's
Warriors will start their drive first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
See that little bobble? That was dangerous. We was able to recover pretty quickly. But that few seconds cost him probably 10 yards.
Furman hands it off.
Handoff.
He's going to make a defender miss. He's going to get spun down by Nico Andrighetto. And Nico Andrighetto is just so great at those open field tackles, as you just saw there on that last play. He's been almost perfect this year on his tackles, barely missing any of them.
You know, in this first half, we expect this a little bit to be a rare attrition with each team moves all up and see if both teams looking for the big play.
Berman hands it off to Manami. And Manami's going to be stood up quickly.
And that will bring them to third and one for the Warriors.
Now on 3rd and short here, you definitely expect Valley Christian to go back to the run game as it's been very effective. But I wouldn't be surprised if they draw it back and look for Jerry on Dickey. He's been pretty quiet today. He had that one reception in the red zone towards the end of the first quarter, but we haven't heard much from him other than that. Berman is going to run. He's looking to throw. Dickey on the comeback. He's going to have that complete for a first down and some more.
Just as you said that, Sammy, took the advantage.
Forced out of bounds by Evers.
Yeah. He's such a great route runner. He just had that super quick cutback there, as you saw, and he was able to be wide open for a first down.
And Berman did have some space on the last play.
Yeah, it almost looked like Berman was about to just take off and run with it. And then he quickly delivered that strike to Dickey. First and 10 on the 44-yard line. Berman fakes the handoff.
It will be stopped by the Lancers.
It's going to be taken for about 4 or 5 yard gain and bring up second down close to midfield for the Warriors with 6:20 left to go in the second quarter.
Second and 6 at the 48-yard line.
Berman in the shotgun with a lot of receivers, and he's going to drop back to pass. Pressured by Asaiva Val, looking to throw.
And that's a
He's going to
flag.
get knocked down by Camilo Arquette for, unfortunately, a very obvious flag.
Yeah, he was pushed down 2 seconds before the ball got there. So that's going to be 15 yards and then another 15.
That penalty is going to give Valley Christian Warriors 15 yards and a first down, which is very unfortunate for the Lancers, as the Warriors are in their territory now. And on this set of 4 downs here, Lancers really need to get a stop if they want to get more points on the board before halftime.
But that's enough to bring
First
the
and
Warriors
10 at
in
the
the
37-yard line.
Mike Mercado, head coach for the Warriors, very good about coming facing people.
Berman hands it off to this play. It's going to get waved dead as Valley Christian just took a timeout.
Timeout of
Congrats to Coach Mike for
5:47
the
left
girls volleyball
in the
team
second
with their
quarter.
3-0 victory
One
over
more timeout left.
Central
We will be back.
Tomorrow they will travel to the Central Valley to compete against the top teams in Northern California in the Stargate Classic. Good luck to seniors Jillian McHenry, Ella Norris, Addison H, Ranola Saula, Lauren Shepard, and Carolyn Zhao.
You know, the same thing happened on the Philippines. No, it's 15 yards. No, I sort of like this spot call. There's a little more ground. Yeah, that's true. Although in this case, it's a big difference. Okay, we're back. First and 10.
Berman looking to pass.
And another pass.
Oh,
Got a
right
man
to
straight
Jerry
on
Dickey.
Dickey.
Oh, and tackle from behind.
Great tackle
Another completion
from
for
Kiana Ina from behind. Going to bring Dickey close to the first down marker, but it does look like he is going to be rolled short for about a second and 1
No, I'm wrong.
on the 37-yard line.
Second and 1.
And Berman delivered another straight strike right to Dickey, just like the play we saw before.
Yeah, you gotta give Jackson Berman some credit there. He played that perfectly. The pocket started to collapse. He was able to get that ball off before it was too late for a solid gain to Jerion Dickey. 2nd and 1 with just about 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Valley Christian on the Lancers 28-yard line. Berman under center. Hands it off, but this play is going to get waved dead again. A lot of penalties in this first half so far.
False start against the Warriors.
And a second play unsportsmanlike.
No, we got a second flag for.
Oh, now this false start is going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct against Valley Christian. So that's going to be a very big penalty. This is going to bring the Warriors all the way back to about the 46 or 47 yard line.
Yeah, they have a lot of yards to cover if they want that first down.
Yeah, it's almost a 20-yard penalty there. So you had the false start and then the unsportsmanlike conduct added onto it.
4:57 left in the half.
So now it's going to be about 2nd and 20 or 2nd and 21 for Valley Christian.
Wasn't quite sure what the sportsman was on.
I definitely expect the pass here if I was Coach Calcagno, especially on 2nd and this long. Berman looks to pass. He's going to take off and run. He's definitely got
Oh wow, he's off.
And Jackson Berman is going to break free for a touchdown.
Insane.
Wow.
The Lancers gave them too much space, and Berman just went right for it. And that will be 13-13.
Yeah. Valley Christian, a smart play call there. They put all the attention on Jerion Dickey. You kind of even saw before the play. Berman was looking towards Jerion Dickey, and then he's able to take off and just almost walk into the end zone untouched. And this
And
play's
flag
gonna
will be thrown.
Again. False start is going to get called against Valley Christian, so it might make this extra point a little bit tougher.
And that will be good. That puts the Warriors on top.
Allows the Warriors to go ahead 14-13, 4:30 left in the half.
And now with 4.5 minutes left in the second quarter, Valley Christian is going to be up 14-13, and you see again that blocked extra point is definitely going to cost the Lancers, as they are going to get one final drive before the first half ends, and this is definitely more than enough time for the Lancers to score, as they've been scoring in well under 4.5 minutes all year long.
Yeah, as we just saw in this quarter, they managed to get the touchdown in just over 3 minutes with those two phenomenal plays by Juju Teo and Tim Natane.
Yeah, Sanjeet, I definitely think a big chunk play would be greatly appreciated here from Gigi Teo or Camille Arquette or someone on Lancer offense, so they can have a lead going into halftime.
Yeah, definitely.
Number 25, Carter Will.
Kick is going to be returnable.
Good kick, and look at
Oh,
that just fall.
it does look like Camille Arquette is going to let it bounce back in the end zone for a touchback.
So St. Francis is going to start this little bit left in the second quarter from
Perry under center with Golden in motion. Perry hands off to Teo. Teo's going to fall forward for about 3 or 4 yard gain.
This could be about a 3 or 4 yard gain. That's not a lot. Yeah, we like to do 18 seconds.
Now there isn't a sense of urgency as the clock does run
You can go on 2nd and 5.
with just a little over 4 minutes to go. I wonder what the Lancers are thinking here. I'm definitely thinking they should shoot for the end zone as as Valley Christian is going to get the ball at the start of the second half. Perry hands off to Teo.
And it will
Teo's
be
gonna
stopped.
Teo's going to get held up for about 1 or 2 yard gain. He's going to bring up 3rd down for the Lancers with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the first half.
Yeah, if the Lancers don't score here, it will be tougher for them to come back in the second half as the Warriors will start.
If the Warrior defense can get a stop here, that's going to be important because that's going to disrupt the game. Both teams' offense have passing. And again, you got to wonder, is the St. Francis coach I don't know. There he is on the left side. Is he going to go for the big play on this?
Golden in motion. Perry, play action. He's going to dump it off quickly to Dylan Golden. Dylan Golden's going to break a tackle.
He's out of it.
Going to have the first down, and more is going to be brought down by a couple of Valley Christian defenders for Lancers first down at about the 38-yard line with 2 minutes and 53 seconds to go.
That's enough for Dylan to get
Looks like that Warrior wasn't able to hold on and take him down.
Yeah, Dylan Golden's a phenomenal tackle breaker. We've seen that from him all year. He did a great job there of turning that 3rd down into a first down conversion. Teo takes the ball to the left side. He's going to get brought down for just about another 1 yard gain. But you got to credit this Valley Christian defensive line, Sanjit. They've definitely held up the running game to an extent.
Yeah, the last few games from the Lancers, they were absolutely dominating when it came to running plays, but Valley Christian's defense is really showing otherwise.
Perry under center, looking for a quick pass. He's got Andrew Atkinson quick. He's going to make a tackle. And Andrew Atkinson's got room to run.
And he's got
cuts to the middle of the field. Now brings it to the right side. And he's going to be brought down all the way inside
to the
the
18-yard line.
We do have a flag down all the way back towards the line.
Flag was thrown.
Really hope this one doesn't get called back. Personal foul is going to get called against Valley Christian. So this should get tacked on to the end of the play. So the Lancers are going to be close to the end zone.
That really boosts Lancers' ability to get the touchdown here in the last
Lancers,
140 of the half.
Yeah, Lancers definitely are going to catch a break with this penalty. I mean, that was a great play by Andrew Atkinson. On a little screen pass, he made that first defender miss, and then he got by those other two. He was able to cut it across all the way to the other side of the field for just a huge gain. And that's exactly what this Lancers offense needed. Just another amazing chunk play to bring them inside the 10-yard line. And it does look like Juju Teo is going to be on the field. As inside the 10-yard line is definitely where Camille Arquette excels for the Lancers. Perry
Handoff
to Teo.
to Teo.
Teo's going to get wrapped up and brought down for about a couple yards.
Stop. You have to give some credit.
Camilo Arquette is starting to run onto the field now.
The defensive line. I mean,
So now I am going to assume they're going to go back to him. And hopefully he can punch
They
one
have
in.
8 yards to go.
Second and goal at the 8-yard line.
good stop on
Just under 1 minute here for the Lancers to get a touchdown here.
second and goal now. Sometimes talk a lot about the offense, but don't give them a call to the defense.
Perry to Arquette.
Handoff.
Arquette's going to break the first tackle.
No, actually, it's not.
And he's going to be tripped up for just about a 1 or 2 yard gain. He had a shoe go flying there. I almost thought that was a ball for
Arquette, the ball carrier.
a second. But thankfully it was not ball.
The clock is stopped now at 29 seconds.
Anything by
Lancers,
Lancers have taken a timeout.
Timeout St. Francis.
yeah, Lancers definitely should take a timeout here to talk it over.
half, only 29 seconds left. Score remains
I wonder if they're going to
13.
go back to the passing game or just stick with the running game. So got 29 and a half seconds left in the first half. You definitely want to get at least 3 points on the board at the worst. But I definitely believe in this Lancers offense to at least put 6 on the board.
Yeah, but they're going to have to change it up because Valley Christian has been stopping their running plays.
Probably out of sleep. All right. Second and goal. 29 seconds left.
Perry looking to pass, throws up to Tim Natane. And this ball is going to be
Touchdown.
caught for a Lancers touchdown.
What a catch.
Tim Natane just simply outsized
And we have a
his defender there.
injury timeout on the field.
Perry to
Lancers a great advantage of that mismatch.
Seconds left with injury timeout.
Natane was contested, but he did manage to get the touchdown.
I can see it there. There it is. It's a slowly drifting.
Oh, it's gone.
The injured Valley Christian player is going to be able to get up and walk off on his own power, which is always good to see.
Nope. I can't really see. No, it's 19. Sorry, it's 1914. You are correct. No, that's okay. I'm blocked by the screen. All right, injured Valley Christian player fortunately walking off the field. We have 24 seconds left in the quarter final. Looks like
See if Lancers get the extra point here.
St. Francis is going to go for the extra point here PAT after that touchdown. And that is...
And that is
Sherry's kick is
good.
up and good.
All right, 24 seconds.
That will put them 6 points above the Warriors at the half, which is exactly what the Lancers looks like wanted.
Yeah, that's exactly what we talked about in that last drive, Sanjeet. Lancers played that almost perfectly. Got that big chunk play which they needed that we talked about in the pregame. And they're able to turn that in. 6 points.
We talked about these two coaches. They have a lot of respect for each other. They know each other. They play on two different
You can see highlights from this game on 49ers Cal High School. 49ers Cal High School has highlights, feature stories, high schools from all around the Bay Area. So join Robert Bronstein and Bob Newton for 49ers Cal High School on Sunday night at 6 and 10 p.m. on NBC Sports, California.
said that they really put a lot of effort and attention into this specific game.
Dickey and Manami deep to receive.
All right, we have Dickey Minami
For Valley
to
Christian.
receive for Valley Christian.
Matthew Carrick on the kick for St. Francis.
For St. Francis.
Carrot's kick is deep. Diggy is going to catch this, but he's
Ball's caught in the end zone.
in the end zone. So he's going to have to take this one for a touchback.
We got 24 seconds.
24 seconds left to go in the first half.
The Warriors want to try and do anything, or are they just going to take a knee?
Valley Christian takes over.
We'll see what Valley Christian wants to do here. They do get the ball at the start of the second half, so I wouldn't be surprised if they just run this clock out.
Try a couple plays. Yeah, the Valley Christian particularly for their schools has some good plays during the series. At least maybe getting the field goal. No, they actually do take the victory formation. Taking the clock's going to run down. Side note to the
Valley Christian is going to take a knee and let this clock run out.
For the first half of this excellent football game. Valley Christian 14. St. Francis.
And that's the end of the second half.
With that end of this half, we will be back.
And at the end of the first half, the St. Francis Lancers lead the Valley Christian Warriors 20-14. Valley Christian will receive the second half kickoff. So we'll be back
All right.
in about 15 minutes
15.
with the Lancers defense coming up. And welcome back to the second half with the St. Francis Lancers winning with the score of 20-14 over the Valley Christian Wildcats. Here in Mountain View, California, the St. Francis Lancers have had a pretty solid first half, I'd say. The run game has been present and dominant, fairly dominant, I should say. The Valley Christian defensive line has been able to limit the run game to an extent. They still have... Juju Teo still had some great chunk plays. The Lancers' passing offense has also been fairly present due to Josh Perry. He's found Andrew Atkinson for a great 40-plus yard chunk play. They also found Tim Natane in the end zone for one of the Lancers' 3 touchdowns. And Matt Carrick's just about ready to get us underway for the second half. Carrick's kick is going to be past the goal line for a touchback. And in the first half, Sanjeet, the Lancers defense, they haven't got any sacks on Jackson Berman. He's very quick. He's a great scrambling quarterback. They have been able to get some pressure.
Yeah, they just weren't able to execute though. That whenever they created the pressure, they just weren't able to actually get to Berman. Yeah. As we see here, Berman handed off.
Joshua Minami on the carry there for about a 1 or 2 yard gain. Berman with the man in motion. Hands it off.
And he does get stopped.
Minami's going to take that. Yeah, Minami's going to take that for about 1 or 2 yard gain again. And bring up a third and about 3 for the Valley Christian Warriors on the 27-yard line. Berman in the shotgun. Looks to pass, is pressured. Looks like he might take off and run, and he does. He's going to juke off a man. Is going to be brought out of bounds by Camilo Arquette. It does look like he is going to take this for a first down to move the chains. And again, you see it again like you saw in the first half. Jackson Berman is another great way to escape pressure and get a first down. Berman, quick throw. And that ball is dropped and could have been almost nearly intercepted by Kiana Aina. Camilo Arquette with a great play on the ball there. Was able to knock it out. Berman under center. Rolls out right, looking to pass. Pressure is there. Pass is going to get caught by Jurion Dickey. Who's going to get brought down by several Lancer defenders. couple of them being Nico Andrighetto, and Camilo Arquette.
Arquette and Andrighetto. In on the tackle.
Leave a third and 5.
3rd and 6 at the 37.
Another, like we heard this before, another critical third down conversion.
Berman drops back the pass. Not
It's
much
a long
pressure.
throw.
Lobs it downfield. And that ball is gonna be incomplete. Valley Christian sideline was wanting a flag, but it does not look like there's gonna be one there. NJ Artmore with great coverage there. Berman was starting number 9, Kai Hamilton. He just had a little too much on the ball.
And that will be a 4th down. 4th and 6 for the Warriors.
Yeah, Sanjeet, that was a great play by MJ Artmore. He's been a stellar DB for the Lancers all year. And he just forced 4th down and prevented a very big play.
Looks like it will be punted.
Reasonably good kick out there.
Andrighetto takes the punt. He's going to run. There is a flag on the play. But Andrighetto's going to break several tackles and then he's going to get brought down in a pile around the 45-yard line. But it does look like this could be a block in the back penalty. But we'll see what it is.
Here's a flag on the play. Holding against the
That penalty is going to go against the Lancers, and it's going to bring them back about 10 or so yards. So they're going to start this drive on their own 27-yard line with 9 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
Oh, that was, yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Perry hands off to Teo. Teo powers forward, breaks a tackle or two, and he's going to be brought down at about the 38-yard line. It's going to be very close to the 1st down marker. We'll see where they spot it.
Amato in on the tackle. Gain of 9.
Looks like it will be a 2nd and 1 for the Lancers.
GG Taylor on that last play was able to follow his blocker there and was able to get a little bit of breathing room for a solid 9-yard gain, which is what this Lancers offense needs. Perry under center with Golden in motion. Give it to Camilo Arquette. And Arquette's going to power forward for about 1 or 2 yards. This is going to bring up 2nd down. Sorry, excuse me. That's enough for a 1st down. That's exactly why the Lancers bring in Camilo Arquette on those power back situations. He's just so reliable and so consistent. Whenever you need a couple yards, he's going to get it for you. 99 times out of 100. Perry, back to Teo. Teo gets through the pile and spins down for about a 5-yard gain at the Lancers' 45-yard line.
Yeah, he managed to break some tackles there. And gain some yards.
Yeah, for sure, Sanjeet. Gigi Teo is just so good at breaking tackles and making defenders miss. And he never goes down without a fight. Teo again.
Oh.
Gets through. He's got room to run.
Wow.
He's going to take this for a great gain and a Lancers 1st down and bring them in the Warrior territory.
Brought down by Amato and Beldy. It's 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Perry hands off to Teo. Teo breaks a couple tackles. And he's going to fight forward past the line of scrimmage for about a 1 or 2 yard gain to bring it up to the 40-yard line.
Valley Christian before the game
Brought down by Zapia.
At least that was the prediction of
And Sherman. Gain of 3. Second and 7 at the 40.
St. Francis is not going to change anything. It's going to change his game plan. It's what he's saying. We're going to establish the run like we always do.
Perry under center. This time it's Camilo Arquette in the backfield. He's going to do a quick screen pass to Andrew Atkinson. And Andrew Atkinson is going to have the first down and a bit more as he's pushed out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Great play call by Coach Calcano there. And Andrew Atkinson and Josh Perry executed that perfectly.
Yeah, that play's 2 for 2 now in this game.
Yeah.
Previously, they got that first down with the same play.
Yeah, late in the first half, we saw that same exact play on the other side of the field. Except that play, Andrew Atkinson took it for probably a 40 or 50-yard gain. And that play ultimately led to the Lancers' touchdown to end the first half. Perry on the left hash. To Teo. Teo, Jukes to the right side. And Juju Teo's got room to run behind a block from Tim Natane. Juju Teo's going to get brought down all the way to the 2 or 3 yard line. And there again, you see it almost every drive from either Juju Teo or another Lancers player. Just a huge chunk play to bring the Lancers into the red zone. And once again, the Lancers are able to do that and put themselves in great position to score with 5 minutes and 45 seconds here to go in the third quarter.
All he has to do is find some space and just run. And the Warriors were just unable to take him down.
Yeah, I agree, Sanjeet. If Juju Teo finds open field, he's going to be going for a while. Perry on the right hash at the 3 yard line with Teo in the backfield. This play is going to get waved dead for a Lancers timeout. Coach Calcano does not look happy there on that sideline.
5:16 left. We'll go back to
Looking for more content on your favorite St. Francis teams? Follow us on Twitter or Instagram at SFHS Athletics.
just go KMBT. We do the 3 of those Southwest Conference, St. Francis and St. High School. All right, when we come on back. Okay, we're back. 5:16 left in the third quarter. St. Francis has a 20-14 lead over Valley Christian, and they're trying hard to extend that by another touchdown. It's first and goal on the Warrior 4-yard line.
Perry hands off to Teo. Teo's going to juke inside and be brought down very close to the goal line. It almost looked like Juju Teo might have had a touchdown out on the edge more.
Very close to a touchdown.
But with just under 5 minutes to go, he's going to bring them just a couple feet away from the end zone. Perry on the right hash. Gives it to Teo. Teo's going to get held up again. Impressive play. Once again, from the Valley Christian defensive line, as Camilo Arquette is going to trot onto the field. Like we said earlier, he's just so reliable and so consistent in the red zone.
Looks like they did lose 2 yards there.
Marquette, I guess, is going to jog back to the sideline, as you may think the Lancers might go to the air here, as they did at the end of the first half, where Josh Berry found Tim Natane. Another timeout is going to be taken by St. Francis to talk it over. It seems like a little bit of confusion over there on that sideline. We'll see what Coach Calcagno can draw up here in just a minute.
I think that's your third time out of the. Maybe second. Valley took some. Okay. Okay, we're back after that timeout. St. Francis saw something that didn't want us to call the timeout.
All right, back after the timeout. Perry's under center again on the right hash with Teo in the backfield. He does go back to Teo. And Juju Teo's going to power forward, and it does like he's
And
going
that's
to reach
enough.
for it.
That
for a
is
Lancers
enough.
touchdown. Juju Teo
Francis.
just fought for that one. He was able to extend far enough and bring that in for a touchdown.
Juju Teo for 3 yards and a touchdown.
That's going to extend this to a two-possession game at this point.
And Juju Teo's touchdown is going to make this a two-possession game for the Lancers with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the third quarter. As Matt Carrick's kick is up and good to put the Lancers up 27-14
45 left.
and giving them a comfortable lead
27.
with 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Caitlin Hopkins, please report to the press box. Caitlin Hopkins to the press box.
Oh, yeah, I know he left 3 minutes ago. Very close.
Dude, this guy better.
Yeah.
Minami and Dickey deep to receive.
All right, we're back here.
Joshua Minami and Jaron Dickey are deep to receive. Matt Carrick's kick.
And that's going to be
This
enough.
kick is going to sail into the end zone for a touchback.
And so,
So Jackson Berman and the Wildcats the Warriors offense are going to take the field at the 20-yard line with 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the third quarter.
what we're seeing here is
And Sanjeet, I think here on this next drive, the Lancers can get a stop and force a punt or a turnover. They should be in pretty good position to win this game, as they have done a great job of clock management on their possessions and using up a lot of time. As Berman hands it off.
Yeah, I think a stop here would put the Lancers in a great position for a win over the Warriors today.
Yeah, I agree. And they're definitely capable of it. As we've seen tonight, last possession at the beginning of the second half. They did force that punt. Hopefully they can do that again.
We've seen some good throws tonight, but we haven't quite seen some of the underpass. I mean, we do some really good syncing down for the quarterback and receiver.
Berman looking to pass. He's going to lob one up in the backfield. He's getting knocked down. Great play by Kiana Aina. And he is pumped up.
Wow, in the corner of my eye, I just see him run right to the Warriors.
Yeah,
Take
great,
him down.
That was a great anticipation play by Kiana Aina. Berman looking to pass. Throws one deep downfield looking for Dickey. And that ball's going to be intercepted by
That's
number
an
31,
interception.
Nico Andrighetto. And this place is going nuts. Oh my goodness, what a play.
There's a flag down.
There is a flag all the way in the backfield. Let's hope this doesn't. They are going to call this back on a roughing the passer play, which is unfortunate. Oh, that was an amazing play by Nico Andrighetto.
Well, as we were guessing, a little bit more bold movement for the Warriors. Didn't end well, but I'll be right back. Not only 15 yards and the first down.
And it looks like Valley Christian do get down the field quite a bit here off of the penalty.
Yeah, roughing the passer is a costly 15 yards, and that cost the Lancers the ball, too. Just unfortunate. Spurman looks to pass, got plenty of time to block. Throws it down the field again for Dickey, except he's got them beat this time, and Jurion Dickey.
Wow.
He's going to make an amazing catch over two defenders.
That's a phenomenal catch by Jurion Dickey.
We do have an injured player on the field. It does appear to be Tyler Evers. Let's hope he's okay. Berman hands it off. It's going to be taken for a couple yards on the play. Manami took that ball for about 2 or 3 yard gain. Bring up second. Oh, he did take it for about 4 yards. Excuse me. So about 2nd and 6. And bring the Warriors into red zone territory with just a little less than 1 minute and 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. Burn hands off again. Great open field tackle made by Kiana Aina. And he's been making great plays all game.
DK is able to get maybe a yard on that, not a lot. We said this
I think the Lancers are trying to find an opportunity for just a field goal.
Yeah, after that unfortunate roughing the passer penalty and that amazing catch by Jurion Dickey over 2 defenders, the best thing you can hope for right now is definitely a turnover. But worst case scenario, you only give up 3 here.
And we've got a timeout.
We've got a timeout called on the field
That timeout is going to
by Valley Christian
by the Warriors.
with 23 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And Jurion Dickey, Sanjit, he's been fairly quiet all game. He's got a couple catches for some first downs, but no big plays like we're used to. So Lancers DBs have done a great job of double teaming and locking him up. But that play there, that is what he was just phenomenal at. Just catching balls over the defenders, just mossing people left and right. And let's hope he doesn't start to break loose.
That catch he made was insane. 2 Lancers were on him. It was a very contested catch.
Berman looks to pass, a little bit of pressure. Oh, that play is broken up, but there is going to be pass interference. That was a great play made by Patty Casey. Just another unfortunate call.
Yeah, that was great defense, but
Nothing
a little
you
too
can-
much defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he was bumped.
Yeah, that one point. That's it.
And so that is going to be yet another opportunity. That's going to bring them first and goal.
And after that penalty, that is going to give the Warriors first and goal inside the 10-yard line. We've got Jurion Dickey in single coverage as Berman looks at him immediately. But it's pressured. He runs around a lot. He's going to pull it down and be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. John Williams, a great play there to bring down the elusive.
As you were talking about earlier, the Lancers did create the pressure and they did execute on this one play, which they weren't able to do in the first half. And that will be the third quarter.
Let's figure that out. Yeah, I've been working the whole game. I want you to finish. It's okay. It's okay. Ryan, do you want to sit this? Sit that, try it. It's easier. All right, to start the fourth quarter, Berman throws it up, looking for Jurion Dickey. Jurion Dickey nearly comes down with it, but he was double covered. And to start the fourth quarter here, I am joined now by my partner, Ryan Agdassi.
Welcome everyone, and St. Francis is up pretty bigger than we were expecting, especially against a lethal opponent like Valley Christian. But the St. Francis defense has been locking up Jurion Dickey. We've not called his name as much as we were expecting, number 13 from Valley Christian.
Yeah, I agree, Ryan. Jurion Dickey, he's had a couple of plays throughout the first half. But he was fairly quiet. He got a couple first downs, not other much than that, and then we saw on the.
And that's just a testament to MJ Artmore's defensive back capabilities.
Berman keeps it himself. He's going to get tripped up from behind. Peyton Morford with a great play to track down Berman and hold him down to just about a yard or two. Berman is down on the play.
And that's their all-star quarterback, so we're hoping the best for him.
Yeah, that last play there, Ryan, that was third down, so this is going to bring up a big fourth down.
Yeah, and we'll see if they want to go for it. Down 2 scores. There is pretty ample time left, 11 minutes and 39 seconds. But let's hope for the best for Valley Christian quarterback. He comes up, which is a good sign.
Yeah, I would not be surprised at all if Valley Christian does go for this on this fourth down. St. Francis has done a very good job of clock management on their possessions. They've taken up a lot of time, which is one of the main factors of why they have this big lead.
All right, Jackson, the quarterback shaking up on the play. You can see him pushing the ground. Fortunately, he walked off the field.
So let's see if this injury provides any implications on this fourth down if they choose to kick the field goal, the chip shot, if their quarterback isn't up to speed. But we certainly have seen Jackson Berman show off his legs. And
So we do have a new quarterback in for Valley Christian. We're yet to identify him. Jurion Dickey is on the field at the top of your screen. I would not be surprised if the ball is thrown up to him, as he is in single coverage. Looks over the middle. That ball is thrown and high and batted down by Camilo Arquette, forcing a turnover on downs.
And that was a bold call by Valley Christian, sending in their backup quarterback on his first drive today on a crucial 4th and 8 to go, and especially having him pass the ball into pressure, and it's a St. Francis turnover. And Sammy, you have to be happy if you're St. Francis with how this game is going so far. Up 2 scores, the ball's in your hands. What strategies do you think you will come into play on this drive if you're St. Francis?
Well, I definitely think the Lancers should try and run out this clock. The Valley Christian D-line has done a good job of stonewalling the run game to an extent. But once the Lancers get a chunk play, they kind of seem to fall apart as their confidence kind of seems to go down. But we'll see what they do, as Perry does have Camilo Arquette in the backfield, and he is going to give him the ball. And Camilo Arquette is going to break free. And Camilo Arquette has a lot of green ahead of him. And Camilo Arquette's at the 30, the 20, the 10. And he's going to take this all the way for a Lancers touchdown.
What an awesome run by Camilo Arquette. 92-yard touchdown. Does it get any better than that to secure St. Francis's lead, 3-score lead? Just green grass ahead of him, like you just said, Sammy. What an amazing play by Arquette.
That is just what the Lancers needed to potentially finish out this game for them. There is still a little bit less than 11 minutes left on the clock, but now they're up 3 scores.
And if you're head coach Greg Calcagno, you have to be happy looking at the scoreboard after coming into a game that has number 13, Jurion Dickey, on their lineup.
Carrick's kick is up and good to put the Lancers up 34-14 with just a little under 11 minutes to go in this 4th quarter. And that last play there from Camilo Arquette, Ryan. We haven't seen a lot from him this year as he's been utilized a lot more on the defensive end as Lancer's star linebacker. We saw him used a good amount last game against Sacred Heart Prep as he had 17 carries for 110 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's had a pair of touchdowns tonight as well.
And yeah, when St. Francis blew out St. Ignatius 33-0 a couple of games ago, Juju Teo was the lead back, 22 carries, 230 yards, and 3 touchdowns, which, by the way, is pretty crazy stats. And Camilo Arquette wasn't really featured in that game, but in his few opportunities, he really took advantage of them. Got a 41-yard chunk play in that game, and he's a really good running back. As you just saw, 92-yard touchdown. He makes the most of every opportunity.
Yeah, I agree, Ryan. Doesn't get much better than that, that's for sure. Yeah, also in that game, last game, we did get to see a bit of the running back situation we'll have next year, as Camilo Arquette and Juju Taylor are both sophomores and will be leaving at the end of this year. Kamal Julian only had 1 carry. He's a junior. He's an outstanding player. He took it for 56 yards and a touchdown. It just makes me excited for next year.
And they'll have Matt Doherty hopefully back next year with his senior year. He's been electric earlier this year. Unfortunately, had a injury a couple games ago, but I'm happy with that. With what I'm seeing from Josh Perry, and I'm sure you're the same.
Yeah, I said this earlier in the broadcast. Josh Perry definitely doesn't have the arm of Matt Doherty, but he's got the elusiveness. He's able to scramble more than Matt Doherty. Matt Doherty's more of a pocket passer type of quarterback. But Josh Perry has definitely been able to use his arm tonight. Berman looks to pass, throws on the run, and he hits Jurion Dickey for a first down. Jurion Dickey actually might have dropped that ball.
Seems like MJ Artmore was a bit shaken up after that play.
Yeah, that would definitely hurt if the Lancers was MJ Artmore, because Tyler Evers did go down earlier in the quarter.
And seems like it was a hit to the head as he was pretty slow to get up. So we certainly hope the best for MJ Artmore, who has really been a lockdown corner all of this game and throughout the season. He has had a tremendous senior year. So we certainly hope the best for him. Good to see MJ get up on his own power.
Yeah, really hope we can see him or Tyler Evers back in this game, as they are much needed, as they are a main part of this Lancers defense. Does look like Andrew Atkinson, one of the Lancers' best receivers, is going to come in for MJ Artmore at the defensive back position.
And you still have a lot of dogs in the St. Francis defense. You got Camilo Arquette, you got Nico Andrighetto, Atkinson, and let's see what they can do.
Berman's got a man. That pass is complete. Kai Hamilton. Great play. And he's going to get that. He's going to take that for a Warriors first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So down 3 scores, Sammy. I think we're going to see a lot of passes by Valley Christian.
Yeah, I agree. As Berman drops back to pass again, he nearly gets hit. Looking for Jurion Dickey. And Jurion Dickey goes up, nearly catches it as that ball is going to get knocked out. You had Andrew Atkinson and Nico Andrighetto on the coverage. Great play to break that up.
For sure. Awesome coverage by Andrighetto and Andrew Atkinson. That's usually, in that situation, Jurion Dickey Moss, but they did a great job breaking that one up.
Yeah, for sure. When I saw Jurion Dickey go up for that ball, I definitely did get a little worried he was going to come down with it, but fortunately he did not. Berman looking to pass again. Looking deep over the middle. That pass is broken up. Number 30, Andrew Carrasquillo with a great play. And Andrew Carrasquillo and Andrew Atkinson, both juniors, filling in for the injured Tyler Evers and MJ Artmore, both making great plays.
Yeah, it's showing great signs of promise for next year, both of them being seniors next year. But that was just a really good pass breakup by Andrew Carrasquillo. As he looked like MJ Artmore on that, for sure.
Huh. The penalty isn't a call on the Lancers on that play, which is going to bring the Valley Christian Warriors all the way up to midfield with a little bit more than 10 minutes to go in this game. Down a few scores. Timeout taken by St. Francis. This is their last timeout of the game. Hopefully that shouldn't affect them too much.
So 34-14, and let's see what Coach Calcagno is suggesting to the St. Francis defense. And they've certainly have done a really good, solid job of limiting this electric Valley Christian offense. I mean, you have Jurion Dickey, who has been shut out pretty much entirely this game. I mean, he's had a few catches, but credit to the St. Francis secondary for limiting him as much as they have.
Yeah, the St. Francis secondary has kept him out of the end zone. As in Valley Christian's last game, Jurion Dickey had 6 catches for 2 touchdowns. 6 catches and 2 touchdowns against St. Ignatius.
Yeah, and Jurion Dickey has had several prestigious scholarship offers, such as from USC, UCLA.
Berman was looking for Dickey on that play. Dickey seemed to come down with the ball, but got knocked out. I thought it might have been a fumble recovery for the Lancers for a second, but it is going to get waved off as an incomplete pass.
Yeah, and that's 2 straight targets to Jurion Dickey that have fallen short. So that's a really good job by the St. Francis secondary for doing what they have to limit Jurion Dickey, number 13 from Valley Christian.
Berman drops back to pass again. Looking again for Jurion Dickey, and Jurion Dickey is going to have this ball caught. Tries to make a move, but he's going to be wrapped up and brought down by Andrew Atkinson, Jeffrey Zhu, Nico Andrighetto, and a couple other Lancer defenders.
And that was an interesting strategy by Jurion Dickey on that pass, on that catch. Seemed like he stalled for a good second or two, trying to see his options, but good job to the St. Francis secondary and linebackers for swarming him.
Yeah, that's going to happen to you if you just kind of stand there and stall for a second. You're definitely just going to get swarmed.
No doubt.
Berman looking to pass. Does a screen pass. It's tipped up, and it's going to be bounced on the ground and incomplete. Berman was targeting number 6, Clinton Ecke there. Peyton Morford with a great play on the ball there to break up that pass.
And Nico Andrighetto would have been gone if he was there a second sooner.
Yeah, for sure. That ball sat in the air for quite some time. And Nico Andrew definitely had a shot at coming down with that.
So Jurion Dickey at the bottom of your screen. Expect Jackson Burham to look his way if he doesn't run it himself.
The keeper makes several defenders miss. That ball's knocked loose. Cyrus Durham seemed to knock that one loose. We can't tell who came up with it. It does look like Clinton Ecke did come down on top of that ball.
So on a 4th down and 1, Jackson Burham took the QB sneak and seemed like St. Francis had a shot at getting that football, but they didn't. The lineman at the scene couldn't find the ball in time.
Burman looking to pass again, looking over there. That ball's caught. Kai Hamilton with a great catch. He's going to bring that into the red zone with 8 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the game.
When these two teams played last spring for a good part of the game, the Warriors were behind and they were able to come back at the very end of the 4th quarter.
So Jurion Dickey's obviously the alpha of this Valley Christian offense, but it's nice seeing some of the other players get some love. That time, Kai Hamilton got a decent gain.
Yeah, they've also involved Clinton Ecke on a couple of their plays. As Berman looking for Dickey in the end zone. Ball is overthrown and tipped up, and falls incomplete. Andrew Atkinson almost had an interception there, and that definitely would have sealed the game if he could have come down with that.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like Jackson Berman and Jurion Dickey are on the same page, as they've had a few misses that both of them would have liked back.
Yeah, and one reason the Lancers have been able to contain Jurion Dickey as much as they have, they've been double teaming him a lot. As you see, Nico Andrighetto has been lined up at safety a lot, kind of double teaming him. They've had Kiana Aina kind of be the one safety. As Berman breaks a sack, Cyrus Durham almost brought him down. Berman's in a scramble to take it inside the 10-yard line. Great play by Jackson Berman there. Cyrus Durham was in there quickly. He just kind of brushed him off like it was nothing. Impressive play.
Yeah, that was a great pressure by Cyrus Durham. That's certainly one he would want to finish, though, as that's really just a credit to Jackson Berman's rushing capabilities, as we do have a man down.
And for all you Bay Area sports fans out there wondering, the San Francisco Giants just beat the Los Angeles Dodgers 4-0 to take a 1-0 lead in the NLDS.
And the Giants have certainly had a special season so far as they'll advance in the playoffs.
Yeah, Logan Webb was phenomenal for the Giants tonight. He had 10 strikeouts and 7 and I believe 2/3 inning pitch. Just threw another absolute gem she's been throwing all year.
Let's see if the 49ers can continue the Bay Area streak.
Berman scrambled there, nearly had Jurion Dickey. Andrew Atkinson again on the great coverage. to kind of break that play up and force a fourth down.
Yeah, that ball was thrown pretty low, and usually that would result in a Jurion Dickey touchdown. And that's probably the third or fourth incompletion the two alphas of this offense have had. Jackson Berman and Jurion Dickey. Seems like they're not on the same page this late in the game, and they're going to have to be on the same page if they want to get back in the game.
All right, 4th and 1 here. They are inside the 10-yard line, but it is not a goal situation. So they're going to get Dickey on the screen pass. He's going to get a first down, take this to about the 3 or 4 yard line. Dickey again just kind of stalled, looking for somewhere to go, but he really didn't know where to go as he got swarmed very quickly.
St. Francis is completely out of their timeouts. Valley Christian still has 2 timeouts left.
So 1st down and 2 yards.
Dickey's at the bottom of your screen. Berman lobs one up, and it's well overthrown.
Not really sure what the strategy was there.
Yeah, Jurion Dickey was on the other side of the field. I don't know if that's who he was looking for. Berman was looking for number 3, Nick Hart Mason. But I definitely don't think Mason was his target there, as everyone seemed very confused.
Yeah, and even the Lancer defense was confused there. But we have 2nd down and short. Expect to see number 13, Jurion Dickey's name called, as he's lined up at the top of your screen.
Berman this time looking for Dickey, and he's going to moss Andrew Atkinson for a Wildcats touchdown, but there is a flag on the play. Could have been an offensive pass interference.
And that's what I was thinking. We'll see what the refs say.
Does look like they are going to rule a touchdown. Might be like sportsmanlike conduct on Lancers. Nika Andrighetto was not happy at the end of that play.
But right when he threw that ball, I knew it was going to be caught. Jurion Dickey has an extremely productive catching strategy as he mossed him.
Yeah. Talked about this earlier in the broadcast. Jurion Dickey's almost automatic in the red zone when the ball is thrown up to him. The Lancers have broken up at least 3 moss attempts.
Oh yeah, and even after that touchdown, you can still see that Jurion Dickey is not happy at all with how the situation is happening as he stormed off the field, visibly upset.
So that penalty on the Jurion Dickey touchdown was called on the Wildcats. However, the touchdown did stand, and it's going to be affected here on the extra point attempt, which should make it a little more difficult.
So this will be more of a field goal attempt after the penalty.
And the PAT is going to end up being no good. So the Lancers are going to be up 34-20, up 2 scores with 7 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the game, with still a fairly comfortable lead, as their clock management has been very good.
Their offense certainly has been effective, Sammy, and expect to see a lot of St. Francis running. It's Camilo Arquette, Juju Teu, and maybe a few chunk plays in there, as we just saw that 92-yard Camilo Arquette touchdown. Just a testament to how explosive the St. Francis offense is.
Yeah, for sure. I agree, Ryan. Yeah, the Lancers offense is so consistent with getting the chunk plays. I think on every single one of their touchdown drives, it was partially because of a huge chunk play from either a pass or a run.
And it seems like they certainly are bouncing back from Matt Doherty's injury, as they've been just as productive with Josh Perry. And that really is just a testament to how the St. Francis quarterback system is coached by the St. Francis coaching staff. So up 2 scores. How do you think St. Francis will go on this drive?
Kiana Ina is going to break free on this. And he's got room to run. Tim Natane is there trying to set a block, and he's going to be dragged down all the way at the 43-yard line. Kiana Ina almost kind of bobbled that and then takes it for an outstanding return.
Yeah, that seemed like it would be fielded inside the 10-yard line, so really great job by St. Francis to get it in near midfield.
Yeah, back to your question, Ryan, on that kickoff. But what you think what I think the Lancers should do on this drive is definitely just try and run out the clock, do the run game. Maybe you make it to third and moderate, third and long, and maybe go for a shorter pass, maybe a screen pass like Andrew Atkinson or Tim Natane. The screen pass has definitely been an effective play for them so far in this game. Perry hands off to Teo. Teo's got. Teo's gonna get this first down with ease and move the chains and take it to the Valley Christian 39-yard line.
And it's these chunk plays by the St. Francis running back room, this time by Juju Teo, that really just show how this St. Francis RB duo between Juju Teo and Camilo Arquette have been performing this season. And they're really good complements with each other. Juju Teo being the shiftier back, with Camilo Arquette pounding the dirt, just old school running back. And they're a really good complement to each other.
Yeah, for sure. I agree, Ryan. They've been showing that off all year long. Sperry gives this one back to Teo. Teo kind of gets out of the pile and gets brought down for about 3 or 4 yard gain to bring up second down with just a little bit more than 6 minutes left in the game.
And yeah, Sammy, one thing that Juju Teo and Camilo Arquette share is that they both have really good speed. You've seen it from both of them throughout the season.
Yeah, Camilo Arquette is almost like a perfect shadow of Derrick Henry. He's just blistering fast and just trucks everyone in his path.
No doubt, and you certainly see that in the stat sheets.
Perry gives it to Arquette. Arquette's going to power forward, breaks a tackle, and is brought down. Looks like to be about a first down, and it is. Lancers keep moving the chains with 5 minutes and 24 seconds to go in the game. Just trying to run out this clock as much as possible.
If that didn't look like Derrick Henry, I don't know what does. He broke like 2 tackles, got a productive 6-7 yard gain. Many running backs, that would have been maybe 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, I agree, Ryan. He's just phenomenal when it comes to breaking tackles and making defenders miss. Perry gives it to Teo. Teo jukes inside, makes a man miss, and he's going to be brought down at around the 20-yard line for about a 7-yard gain. Josh Perry has been taking his time under center here, kind of just waiting for the play clock to get close to 0. As he hands it off to Camilo Arquette, who's going to be wrapped up in a pile for a few yards.
So just under 4 minutes to go. St. Francis up 2 scores, and if you're St. Francis, you have to be happy with how the situation is playing out.
Yeah, I agree, Ryan. They've played solid football all game. They've definitely held the momentum, definitely throughout. Probably the majority of the game, I'd say.
Yeah, and if they hit the 40 point marker, that's just tying the ribbon on the bow.
Yeah, exactly. Putting the cherry on top.
First and 10 at the 17.
That last play from Camille Arquette does give the Lancers a first down, so they are going to be inside the red zone now, so they are definitely in the scoring range. So I wouldn't be surprised here if they give Juju Cheo or Camille Arquette another chance at the end zone. As they hand that ball off to Isaiah Tuiono, and he takes it for about a yard or two.
It's always nice seeing St. Francis backups coming in with how electric this St. Francis offense has been all season, giving opportunities for these backups to enter the game consistently.
At the 16.
Perry taking his time. Under center. Gives it off to Teo. Teo's got room to run. And Teo is going to take this ball in for another Lancers touchdown to add on to their already big lead.
And just a really good angle by Juju Teo, finding the outside, and a great block by his fellow O-lineman going to the right side of the field. And 40-20 doesn't get better than that for St. Francis.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely gives them a commanding lead. Matt Garrick's kick, well up and good. Let's put the Lancers up 41-20 with 2 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in this ball game. And that should be enough for the Lancers to hold on and win.
So down 3 scores. You're going to have to see a lot of deep shots to number 13 if you're Valley Christian and want to find a little bit of hope. But right now, this is all in St. Francis's hands so far.
Matt Carrick sends this one deep. Jurion Dickey is going to receive it, and they're going to say he was in front of the goal line. He's going to take it and be brought down right around the 20-yard line with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game.
Ball returned to the 20-yard line.
Although we're going to spot that almost exactly where it would have been had it been a touchback. So all square, I guess.
Quinn and Andrighetto in on the tackle. First and 10 at the 20.
Keeping a very close eye on the line there.
So let's see what the track stars from this Valley Christian offense can do in the final 2 minutes, 20 seconds of this game. But this is all in St. Francis's hands, like I said earlier.
Yeah, let's see if the Warriors have any fight left in them. As Berman looks for Dickey,
Dickey's got the ball running.
he's going to be pushed out of bounds by Camilo Arquette and Nico Andrighetto.
Push him out. Probably gets pushed out.
Berman's pass complete to Dickey.
Inbounds unsuccessfully. He's able to stop the clock at 2:11. And another first down.
Andrighetto, Atkinson, and Arquette on the
Valley
tackle.
Christian.
Berman looking to throw, overthrows it. That ball's intended for number 2, Andrew Beldy.
And I'm not really sure if Beldy could have done much had he caught it, as it seems like Jackson Berman just threw it to his last resort on that.
Yeah, he completely overthrew that. Andrew Beldy seems to have a pretty good vertical. He kind of got up there to get that ball, but he still couldn't reach it. Berman looking to throw, looking for a mid over the middle. The Valley Christian receiver, Andrew Beldy, wanted to play, or wanted to flag. Junior Fiawi was on the coverage, and he does seem to be down on the play. Junior Fiawi is going to be able to walk off the field under his own power, which is a good sign. Just hope for the best for him, as the Lancers have had several defensive backs get injured in this second half.
Yeah, and St. Francis will certainly want him and MJ Artmore and the other injuries on the defensive side back for the back half of the season.
Berman under a lot of pressure, and he's going to get sacked by Michael Talaiauli. The flag is going to get thrown on the play. I don't really see how should be roughing the passer on this, but I don't know what they're going to do. It's going to be called as an unsportsmanlike conduct, which is an interesting call, to say the least, Ryan.
Yeah, and just a really good pressure and sack by the St. Francis defense, regardless of the unsportsmanlike conduct, which I didn't really see, but I guess the referees did.
I mean, he did kind of jump up and bring him down, but
true. But with a minute 52, I don't think that will pay much of a factor in Valley Christian trying to make a comeback here.
Berman looking to pass, looking towards Jurian Dickey, and he does throw it to Jurian Dickey on the slant. Dickey's going to make several defenders miss, and Dickey's going to run, take it up the sideline. He's going to get pushed out by Nico Andrighetto.
And just really good yardage after the catch by Jurian Dickey. He's known for that, and you just saw it right there.
Yeah, it does seem like all night the Lancers have kind of played Jurian Dickey deep, kind of letting him like within 5 to 8 yards. I've seen kind of letting him go.
And that's certainly something St. Francis has probably practiced this past week. Every practice trying to envision playing against Jurian Dickey, and they've done a pretty good job containing him. He has had several catches tonight, but if you look at the scoreboard, it's all in St. Francis' direction.
Berman lobs one up to Dickey, and that's going to be broken up. A phenomenal play. Andrew Skio with an amazing breakup. Nico Andrighetto's also there on the coverage. Just another phenomenal breakup by the Lancers defense.
1 minute, 29 seconds left, and second down and 10. Probably expecting to see a few more passes to number 13, Jurian Dickey, just to say that they made it close in this game, as no one wants to lose by 20 plus.
No. Berman looking to
Berman
throw.
takes it up the middle,
Keeps it with him.
and,
Gets
keeps
hit,
it
breaks a
rolling.
tackle, makes another man miss, and he's going to take this all the way into the end zone. Phenomenal play by Jackson Berman.
So Jackson Berman with that 10.91 100-meter dash time. And you just saw that on display there. He made several men miss, and what an amazing rush by him, breaking several tackles. He also has a 51.21 400, so also has some endurance.
He's also got a 22.2 200-meter dash as well.
Yeah, his track and field excellence is joined by Jurion Dickey as well, who boasts an 11.3 400-meter dash. Has just a testament to how electric this Valley Christian offense is. And now down 2 scores, not 3. A minute 19 to go. Still seems like St. Francis has this under control.
Yeah. St. Francis should get this ball here. Valley Christian has 2 timeouts, so they can stop the clock. Only 2 times. They should be able to run this clock out with ease.
Yeah, that's true. All right, coming back to this long fourth quarter, 41-27. Lancers over Valley Christian. You gotta think that Valley
And this fourth quarter has certainly been a long one, almost an hour so far.
Yeah.
Lots
And
of back and forth action.
Yeah, I agree. And it's just kind of in an onside kick recovery here. And that will work out in their favor, as Patty Casey is going to fall on it around midfield.
And even if Valley Christian did get that onside kick, they would have to pray for another Jurion Dickey 50-yard touchdown and do another onside kick after that and pray for the same. Jurion Dickey certainly is capable of that, but right now this ball game is in St. Francis's hands. Expect to see a few St. Francis backups close it out.
Yeah, it definitely looks like the Lancers have a couple backups on the field. They got a lot of new faces out there at lineman. We got Kamal Julian in the backfield. We got Kushal Chatterjee at receiver.
So Kushal Chatterjee at the bottom of your screen, Ernesto Sanchez at the top. It's nice to see some backups get some love. As there's a fumble.
That snap is fumbled.
So that's Alan Dominguez getting some quarterback reps.
It looks like Josh Perry is now back in at quarterback after that unfortunate fumble.
So watch Kushal Chatterjee at the bottom of your screen. He has had some incredible blocks all of last year and coming into this year.
Yeah, he's a hidden gem on their bench with the run blocking for sure. Kamal Julian, he's gonna have room to run. Takes this to the sideline, and he's gonna get pushed out of the bounds at about the 33-yard line, and in well into Warrior territory.
Good run by Kamal Julian, showing that he's more than capable of subbing in for the electric Camilo Arquette and Juju Teo. Showing some hope for next year, Sammy, as they have several key pieces of their offense coming back next year. They obviously have Matt Doherty, they have Andrew Atkinson, and Kamal Julian.
And that is going to run the clock out, and the Lancers are going to win with a comfortable 41-27 score over the Valley Christian Warriors. As the Lancers are going to improve to 5-0 on their flawless season so far, I would say. And the Valley Christian Warriors are going to fall to 4-2. You definitely will see St. Francis probably move up in the rankings once again. As right now they're standing 53rd in the nation and 13th in the state. Hopefully we can see that state ranking move up closer to the top 10.
And I think we will, Sammy. Number 53 in the nation, that certainly is saying something. 13 of them being in California, but St. Francis, like you said, 5-0. They have got to love where they are at right now in the mid-season, and just a great game all around. Who would you say deserves a game ball if Coach Calcano makes the decision to give someone the game ball?
I know a lot of guys, maybe MJ Artmore, Nico Andrighetto. Nico Andrighetto has been all over the field tonight. You also could probably give one to the running backs, of course, that being Camilo Arquette and Gigi Teo. Once again, they're both phenomenal, as we've talked about many times. But yeah, just an overall very solid game from the Lancers.
Yeah, for sure. Offense, defense, special teams. Every position on the St. Francis team is getting a lot of attention in their midseason form. And you got to love what Josh Perry is orchestrating on the offensive side of the ball. And we do hope the best for MJ Artmore and the other injured St. Francis players on the defensive side of the ball, as they are getting a bit thinned out at the defense. Luckily, they do have tremendous depth, but it'll play a factor if the Stars come back in their playoff push.
Yeah, and we hope to see you guys back next week when Reardon comes here to Mountain View and take on the Lancers. That's it here tonight from Mountain View, California. I'm Sammy O'Brien alongside Ryan Adasi. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, see you next time.